can't believe we've thrown it away the way we've thrown it away like that. West Ham 3, United 2. We take the lead with Anthony Martial, who didn't look 100% tonight, but do you know what? He was still the absolute best footballer on that pitch. I could go through all the players, and I mean literally, virtually all the players in the team who did not perform tonight. West Ham came at us like an absolute rocket. The crowd was on top, giddy, well up for it. They started off with a crazy sheer intensity that they was never going to keep up. And they didn't keep it up. We weathered the early storm. Fucking positioning for the first goal. Tony Valencia's in the middle of nowhere trying to look after Payet. He needs to be passing that on. The threat was clearly the man with the ball coming into the box. Why is Juan Mata picking him up? He needs to put Juan Mata to deal with Payet. Rojo's shit clearance. I could break down every single goal and be like, that's why that scored, that's why that scored. But overall, do you know what really pissed me off the most? It was how many free kicks we've just given away. What is the one thing that they've got? Oh, they've got two things, haven't they, West Ham? And that is it. They've got no other abilities about them whatsoever. They've got hoof it up to Carroll or Payet as a shot. That's it. They've only got set piece threats and that is it. They can't play football against us. They didn't play football against us. And we just give away. I mean, some of them was dives and the referee was culpable for just buying them the way he bought them. But some of the free kicks and stuff we are giving away in our final third, you're like, what are you doing? You know this is what they're about to do. Anticipate that they're going to go down. Step away even and just be like, look at that, ref. Sort it out. Give me yellow. We just allowed them to dive all over the show. We gave the referee decisions to make and he made them. And we were punished because of it. It was in our hands. We shouldn't be fucking getting giddy and carrying away like this when we've got we shouldn't even be like this for Champions League. We should be further ahead than this, but this is the state that we find ourselves in and we need Champions League football. It's not a disaster if we don't get it, but for the prestige and the club going forward, the best thing that we can do for recruitment and everything else going on, we need to be in Champions League. It's not just that, it messes up everybody's schedule. Thursday nights and Sundays for all the season is hanging. No one wants that. It's Wednesdays and Saturdays, that's when football's supposed to be played, not Thursdays and Sundays. It's rubbish. West Ham played the occasion and they won the occasion. And positioning from Valencia and Rojo, ridiculously bad. Rooney, awful at times. I don't know what his pass completion was, but I bet it was garbage. Mata, we've said before, haven't we, when you need to dig in, he is not the man. I know he did excellent for the first goal, but when you've got a game like that, I said I would rather have saw Varela and Valencia double up and then you can deal with Payet and whoever's coming down that side and not have to give away a million stupid fouls the way Valencia does. And you've got a stronger, just more physical outlet there and it's a bit more defensive. So many times we saw Mata filling in at right back. Now wouldn't we be better having a right back in there and then a backup right back filling in rather than Mata? Substitutions. Carrick for Schneiderlin I could understand, although I didn't think Schneiderlin was doing bad. He was on top of his clearances, he was on top of his challenges, he was doing alright in the crazy circumstances he found himself in. Ander Herrera is just a walking foul. I don't know how many fouls he gave away, but it felt like double figures. You know, maybe Ander would have been the one to make way there and let Schneiderlin be a little bit more box to box. And Januzaj, I've seen people saying this on social media actually, saying that Memphis has had his chances, Januzaj's not. Januzaj has. He was at Dortmund on loan and they didn't play him. Do you know why they didn't play him? Because he was garbage when he did play for him. And do you know what he's done since he's come back? He's played in the under-21s. And do you know what he's done in the under-21s? Absolutely nothing in the under-21s. Memphis came down for the under-21s for a game, looked like a first-team player playing in the under-21s, went straight back up into the first team. Januzaj's come into the under-21s and doesn't look at the level of the under-21s. That's why I was like, why is Memphis? You've got an explosive player who can potentially change the game. Did Januzaj even touch the ball? I'm not even sure he touched the ball. It's not over, but it feels like it's over, doesn't it? if that City team decide to turn up against Swansea, then they beat Swansea without even taking a breath. The good thing is Swansea are on a little bit of a run and City are rubbish away from home and they've got no company. That might be enough. But we've got to rely on Swansea now. It's not in our hands, and it was in our hands a couple of hours ago. Story of our season. Just let you down when you expect them to take the mantle. When Marshall put that one in to put us ahead, I was like, this is it, it's on. Defensively, we're all right, we should be fine. And then we just give away free kicks in ridiculous areas. We let them score 2 fast goals the way they did. And we've no answer. That's the problem with having no goal-scoring threat as a team anymore. You're relying on individual brilliance like we've got with Marshall to get ourselves out of trouble. And we can't do that time and time again. There needs to be more players chipping in with more goals all over the field, and we just don't have that as a team anymore. And that's what we need to fix. Uphill battle now, and it's, what would you say going into Sunday? 10% chance of happening? 15 at a push? What a crap way to end the season. Get in the comments. See you in a bit.